Thunder Grunt.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Oh my God, Doug. This is the most amazing place I've ever been.
Guys, this is the coat room. The club's in here.
So is Johnny Depp meeting up here?
No.
I don't know. You're not there. I give you my love, but you don't care. What is right? What is wrong? Give me a sign. What is love?
A small little ship in the center of Mars was a sack of souls with experiment scars when a psychedelic monk said, I'll take two, and he put them in a rocket and he ate a lot of glue, and he shot them straight to Earth when they turned into babies. They were named Bob and Matt, and they rarely got rabies, and the monk made a movie of their whole entire lives. They were panoramic scenes and zooms of the time. One time Bob had sex with a ladle, and one time Matt lost a vet to a cradle, and another time Bob caught a dinosaur mom, and another time Matt bought a replica of Guam. And all this and more is on a DVD set, only $20.99 with the purchase of a gem, but if you call right now and say, where's my whisk, we'll include this bonus disc.
Hey, welcome to Bonus Disc. I'm one of your hosts, Bob Rose, with his other host, Matt PA. And with us today is official friend of the show, Shawn Jones.
And this is how fast we're going to talk the whole time.
Yes. Hey,
Turn this up to 1.5.
it's Micro Machines. Well, after 5 years, I mean, that opening, just who wants to get it over with? At this point. You in a car. We watched a movie on Amazon Prime that you have on Blu-ray.
I do have it on
It's
Blu-ray.
amazing.
Which
Someone
I think
bothered to
makes
put
this
on
whole
Blu-ray.
it makes it so funny
Yeah.
that it's not just that.
Dark Force Entertainment presents
Right. And the name of the movie is
Point Doom.
Point Doom.
I hate the name of this movie.
Oh,
Every
it's
time-
awful.
Every time I have to say it in my head, it makes me angry. Or at that, the film is called Point Two.
Right.
That's
But
a
what
stupid name.
It is.
what else could you call it? We started to have this
fucking-
conversation earlier.
I don't know. Just even if it was called like what was that stupid cocaine movie?
Sure.
What was
Desert Snow?
Desert Snow.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
something like
or
that.
like Lethal Love, even.
Cali-
like something
like
dumb shit like
California
that.
White.
yeah, something like that. Anything.
It could be named after love or drugs.
drugs,
Right.
anything.
Anything.
For Christ's sake, anything but that house. That's somebody. We'll get to it.
Dangerous dealings.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure.
You know,
There we go.
That's fine.
Anything,
Yeah, whatever.
anything.
Yeah.
Point Doom sucks.
Passionate Nights.
All right, that's
Yeah.
it.
All right,
See you
sorry.
guys.
See you guys. That's all we have. But yeah, it's. Should we talk about the cast as we go, or should we talk right now about who's in
Dude, the
this
cast
fucking-
is incredible.
Yeah, we gotta run down the cast.
The
I
cast
guess.
is pretty amazing.
Fucking
Well, number one, I'd say Ice-T.
Ice-T.
Yeah. Well, it opens
Ice-T,
up with
man.
like a POV from under a glass table, girls doing cocaine.
It's Ice-T cutting up some lines and being like, "Bitches, get over here."
But it's the camera's under the glass table.
yes,
Right.
it's awesome.
Looking up at
you
the
watch
girls.
them
Super
snort
artistic.
cocaine
Yeah.
off the table from
Yeah.
underneath of it.
Actually,
do-
kind of had some hope for the art
It
level. in
has,
this, you know,
I mean, overall, it's pretty well shot. And there's like, because like the nighttime scenes look good, and there's like a lot of nice,
Yeah.
like cloud shots and ocean shots. But
the editing's dog shit.
the editing is
And
the worst.
AKA fucking incredible.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not. It's more competent than most movies I think we usually watch.
Right.
Like
right.
as far as like filming is concerned.
I mean, the only reason nobody's heard of this movie is because it's nothing. It's just
It's
like
just
it
not-
has
oh my
no
God.
commitment to any tone whatsoever.
It's
during
Well, as
its
I
running
said when we
time.
were watching it, what genre is this
It's a hour and a half long commercial
for
for
Point Doom?
nothing.
for baggage?
It's just filmed like a commercial. Everything feels like just so superficially
Yeah.
crazy and empty. I don't know.
Right.
It's weird.
Everybody's
like, all right,
cashing a
that's-
paycheck. Nobody's really like
Yeah.
like the villain is.
Well, we'll get to
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
sorry,
It's
So yeah,
funny.
oh no, we started already. So
Yeah.
Ice-T's cutting lines of coke with women.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And in comes the biggest, baddest
Oh my-
biker in the land.
And,
Zach Galligan, baby.
Wow. I couldn't believe that. Like, it's just like, oh, okay.
Zach Galligan's going to be
that's where you're going?
a neck tattoo having biker that toughs
Named
people
Spider.
up.
Named Spider, which you don't find out till like 2/3
No,
of
it
the way
doesn't
through the
matter. Yeah. But Zach Galligan, I mean, I love Zach
He's
Galligan.
great.
Yeah.
He's fun to watch.
Two of my favorite movies
He's
of all
a
time.
nice guy.
But still, like him trying to be a badass is bad casting.
Yes,
That's you bowl casting. That's like who's free this weekend. Like look through the catalog.
Oh, Ralph Macchio. Cool.
We'll do Zach Galligan. He's cheaper. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. He just doesn't have any heft when it comes
Not
to
at all.
being a heavy.
No, he's perfect as like the foil kind of guy. You
Right.
know?
Which makes me want to see a movie where he goes even crazier.
Right.
Oof.
Right. Oh, absolutely. I want to see like him as Blackie in this movie.
right.
He himself
Right.
seemed to be that type of actor shoved into that role.
Yeah, he's
but-
like a bigger Zach Galligan.
right.
So we also meet Blackie here, right?
No, we
this
meet one of the other E's at this point. It's just one of the guys, one of the rando
One
guys.
of the their name.
Forget
Well,
his
they say it later, but these are the
Yeah.
Satan slaves.
right.
They're a
The
biker gang, even though they have barely any bikes in this movie.
They don't. They have like
They're
two
a pool
bikes.
hall gang.
They have two bikes, and one of them is a
Yeah.
dirt bike,
Yeah.
which, and like you see the
Right.
Harley Davidson belt on
Right.
Blackie at one point. Those Harley Davidson dudes would not be driving
No,
dirt bikes.
they would not.
at any point.
Sure.
Blackie had a motorcycle.
He did,
he
but
did.
he also had
But
a
the
dirt
rest
bike
of
back
them-
on.
I'm saying
later
that-
on,
yeah,
we'll
you're
find
right.
The rest of the gang was like just a pool hall gang.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
had leather. They had leather jackets under denim vests, guys.
Right.
With there were SS symbols on everything.
Oh
in the
yeah,
bar.
and Confederate flag
Yeah,
symbols,
Confederate
patches
flags.
So they're
on
Something.
there.
racist Nazis, but they look like Zach Galligan.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, they're not.
Zach Galligan-
Galligan's a Nazi.
Zach Galligan's the guy.
Like,
just-
think about
in
that.
case anyone's listening, Zach Galligan is
yeah.
the guy from Gremlins.
Yes.
Right.
If
and
you don't
Waxwork
know that,
1 and 2.
and Waxwork 1 and 2, he's the
Lest
you forget.
yeah right.
Those are
Waxwork 1 and 2
fantastic movies.
They're good.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. How dare you?
His Gremlins is what he's known for.
Yeah,
right?
obviously.
You know what I mean?
Obviously. So yeah, they come to talk to Ice-T. He comes to talk to Ice-T. And what does he say?
They slam a
It's-
bunch of. They did the coke, and then
Right.
he slams a stack of money on the table, and Ice-T's just like he's like $1 late and a day short. And they're like, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Look, I got a business proposition for you." And he's like, "I got a proposition for you." He goes, "Y'all ain't sexy enough to proposition." He had some all right lines, actually.
Ice-T like cashes that paycheck in style. in this
Yeah.
I feel like Ice-T wrote that line.
Probably,
I don't think the
Probably.
writer of this movie put that in the script.
probably not.
No.
The other dialogue's pretty awful.
Yeah.
But they're like, what do you think about this? And they throw him some coke, and he's like, he eats it.
How much you guys?
He's like,
This you guys got?
how much you got? And they're like, we got a couple kilos. And he's like, do you know what you're fucking with? This is one of the weirdest intimidation scenes I've ever seen.
It really is.
he goes,
Sticks out
he's
a
doing
knife.
coke, and he's like, you understand how fucking deep you got to roll with shit when you fuck with shit like this? I also. Do they ever say the word cocaine once in this whole movie?
I don't think they actually do.
No, they keep saying the stuff or or shit or like
They don't
never
say cocaine.
what it is.
It could have been fucking
I think
confectionery
they-
Which
sugar.
makes this like intimidation thing even funnier because it's super vague. He's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like, you know how
right.
hard you got to run when you fuck with this type of shit? He's like, you don't understand. And he starts cutting into his own hand.
He's like, Ice-T
Ice-T does.
right.
yeah.
He's like, I ain't got no threshold for pain, motherfucker.
I don't care about.
And
Does he
that-
say I
and
don't
that
care about
never
death?
Yeah.
Ever comes back into play in the rest of the movie
No.
either. It's
No.
just
Oh,
like,
that's because Ice-T's contract was up and they didn't film all his scenes.
Right.
It didn't
right.
make any sense.
But he,
He's
like, yeah,
I'm
he-
just
and
gonna
he
keep
also like
he
cuts
cut-
deep on his hand where it would just be spurting
Spurting blood.
Oh, just shooting blood.
But he
out of it.
but he says a bunch of stuff. It's not just I don't
Right.
care about pain. It's I don't care about death. I'm never get scared. He's not right.
He's like, if you were gonna run this type of game with me, you gotta understand, like blah blah blah. He's just like, if you're gonna try to sell me this amount of drugs,
This
then
is
I'm gonna
what's
give
up.
you this amount of money.
Yeah.
Understand? Like, you will die if everything is fucked up.
Right.
kind of shit. But by cutting his own hand, it was like so
It was
weird.
so weird.
You don't
Yeah.
cut them and yourself,
It's
or both of you,
commitment.
or like
He cuts like a
stab them through
checkerboard.
your own hand, or some crazy shit like on the table, like stab both of you at the same time. You're like, I don't give a fuck, man. Like that would have been cool. This was like weird. He's
No,
just
I
like,
wanna see this
Because it was sensual too. He's like,
real slow cuts. Because I mean,
Right.
they had the hose underneath of it.
Yeah,
right, sure.
But I mean, like, I would have wanted to see the movie if he were the main villain, like, because he
Oh,
was
yeah.
an interesting.
It's a better movie.
I
weird
thought
character.
I thought
better
it was
movie.
gonna be, which is kind of a bummer.
it's a real big bummer,
Yeah.
actually.
That scene sucks too.
'Cause
You're just like, why did anything
After
have to
this
happen?
is when it's the raid. It's when Spider and Blackie.
Well, he
Well-
he intimidates them, and then the other guy's like, "So we gonna fucking do this shit?" And he's
right,
like,
right. Just
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
kill anybody.
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, oh yeah," because Blackie is there. Because Blackie says to that guy, "I thought
No,
that."
it's the other dude.
Oh,
it's
it
the
is?
other dude in
Okay,
Galligan.
alright,
He's just
okay.
like, because Blackie never commits to not killing
Gotcha.
anybody.
Okay.
Clearly,
Right.
spoilers
Okay, yeah.
for 5 seconds from now.
Yeah, they're like, "All right."
Yeah.
He's like, "But don't go killing them. They're our brothers, man."
Right.
And then they go to.
Well,
get
that's
the
when
drugs.
it's this really quiet, silent,
Oh my God.
weird ass.
There are a lot of like silent fades in this
Yeah,
movie.
it's really
Just
odd.
like-
But so it's like a pool hall filled with bikers,
and they're like having a great time.
and Black
They're,
Spider,
like, laughing and drinking
Right.
and playing pool.
Spider,
And
the other
then
guy,
Spider
and,
Blackie,
and Blackie now.
and Sebastian Bach.
yes,
Dude, oh my god.
Yes, that's Sebastian Bach.
yes,
Yeah, that
and he
one.
clearly just brought his own clothes
he
because he's
just
the only
showed
one
up.
in leather pants.
Oh, he's the
Everybody
only guy in
looks
that
like a
whole
bu-
movie who just looked like he looks.
Right.
No, yeah, everybody would look like a biker. He looked like
Sebastian
Sebastian Bach.
right,
showed
no
up.
shirt. You know, just
It's
like there's no
awesome,
way
man.
the bikers would be hanging with
Right.
this dude.
Right.
awesome.
And it's some other guy. There's another guy.
Yeah.
Some
just-
other dude. And they mow down everybody
Right.
that's in
They
there.
fuck them
There's
up.
like 5-6 people in there.
Six,
I think
because
it's-
they keep saying six
well, they
brothers.
say 6, but the
Oh,
guy
yeah,
got
yeah.
shot in the
There
room.
may have been.
I
So
think
let's
it's
just say
5.
3 to 5.
3 to
Yeah,
5.
I would say 5.
They
I would
kill
say
them
5.
and they get the bag filled with money and drugs
Right.
Yes.
because they're going to give iced tea. Right.
Yes.
Right. And that's when we go
They
to the
still owe him 50,000.
we go to the credits.
But yeah.
Right.
By the way, the guy who directed this movie, his name is Art Camacho,
Right.
which I'm pretty sure I've said before on the show because he did something else for PM.
Yeah.
I remember
directed
saying
some
that name.
episodes of L.A. Fury.
But he did something else.
He
too.
must have. He probably did stunts.
I just thought that,
'cause
that
he's a
name.
stunt guy.
That name sounds insane. Yeah,
He's a stunt coordinator. So
Art
and this movie
Camacho.
definitely does have that, like, when they do stunts in the movie, it's that PM Entertainment type of over the top.
the car
stunt.
crash is a PM Entertainment car crash. There's one thing a PM Entertainment does right.
Right.
It is
Car
car
crash.
Art
crashes.
Camacho is a motherfucker, yo. We gotta watch all his movies. He did Little Bigfoot. The Power Within looks awesome. Assassin X.
This is his directed movies.
Yeah, he did 2 Little Bigfoot movies.
Of course.
Jesus
The
Christ.
story couldn't be told in just one.
Crooked, also known as Soft Target. Final Impact with fucking. He's made a whole bunch of movies.
Okay,
man.
so Art Camacho is he's an auteur of
Well,
this
yeah,
type
Yeah,
of
he's made
we'll-
a
we'll
shitload
look
of
up
like
some
really
more of his
cheesy
art.
action movies.
hell yeah.
Camacho.
Art Camacho. This is so we go from the slaughter to the credits,
Right.
and that takes
Which
us,
are like new metal, like
it's
no,
new
no,
metal
no.
stuff.
It's not. No, the credits aren't the new metal. The credits are that song about like hookers and
Oh,
LA
right, yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
you.
Right. But after that is when we're introduced
Ha!
to the.
He did Firepower, that movie that was wildly misnamed.
That's how I've said it.
Yes, he did.
Because
Firepower.
we've done
I knew
Firepower
you
on the
did
show
something
with the
we watched.
Ultimate Warrior.
Welcome
Yeah.
back, Art Camacho.
Art Camacho. We didn't even know we were repeating an Art Camacho.
There we go. Sorry,
I
knew. I
an
was like,
authentic
man,
Art Camacho.
He had to have directed something we watched.
This
with
is
all
an
those-
authentic-
Art.
It's like a banana and duct tape.
Right.
Well, it's almost like his other in Firepower. The main guy and the bad guy literally only meet, and the good guy
Yes.
kills the bad guy without them ever.
Same
talking.
problem.
That's wonderful.
It's like the
just
exact same
yeah,
problem.
just like in this movie where they never meet
Because
Oh,
he's
it's
an
awesome.
artist
He's
and he
great.
has a voice, and that's the voice.
right.
They don't need to meet.
Yeah.
It's all about feel.
Yeah, you just get it, man.
So-
I direct in tones.
Right. So that's when we get to the strip club,
Yeah.
right? What's it called? The Playpen?
The Playpen,
Which
is
is
a
real.
place.
You can
Yeah,
visit
this
the
is in
Playpen
LA.
probably
Oh,
if it's still
great.
open. if it's still open. Because this was 99.
This is
99.
99 and it came out in 2000.
Okay, so it might not be open. It might not be existing.
It's 20 years old.
Right, and so
Happy birthday.
Jesus fuck.
Happy birthday to this movie.
I hate that. Sick. Disgusting to me. That
It
20
makes me
years ago.
sick.
It makes me sick.
Oh, man.
Well, we're introduced to Richard Grieco as,
and-
Richard Grieco.
Oh, my
And
God,
Andrew
yeah.
Dice Clay.
And Andrew
as Andrew Dice
Dice
Clay.
Clay. But
Well, no,
he's-
we watch a fuckload of traveling.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watch a lot of traveling. It goes from silent gun shooting bullshit to like a weird ass rock and roll song that has fucking crazy ass aggressive lyrics. Like
Passive aggressive lyrics.
I don't know, they
about
were-
L.A.
yeah, well, there was what was that one? He called somebody a whore. It was said all this crazy
Yeah.
shit, but it mentioned like fucking and stuff. And I was like, man, this is like a crazy ass opening song.
Yeah.
And you're just watching Richard Grieco drive down the street in this cool car, and then
It was like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but with Richard
Yes.
Grieco.
he stops
Yeah.
at a red light,
Oh, right.
tries to flirt with some woman.
As you
she's-
do when you're looking for a wife, Matt.
Yeah,
Sure.
and she blows him
he's a
the
lover.
fuck off.
Yeah.
And he is just like, God.
He's
damn
also
it.
in a super nice ass car.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
was that a Jaguar?
Something like
Something
that.
like that.
It's a crazy Bond car.
Yeah, it was a Bond car.
But then he's about to go through the intersection, but then he gets cut off by a shit ton of bikers.
Right.
Right.
And
Yeah.
fucking, they meet right here, but they don't realize
They don't-
it at all. Yeah.
Which is useless. It doesn't matter that they meet here for what
Right.
our criticisms are.
Sure, sure. And they
Oh,
never,
man,
ever
that's so
mention
weird.
it
I
later
They
forgot.
don't
on.
mention it. Doesn't.
No.
He doesn't go like, "Hey, it's the guy from the light." He doesn't
Yeah,
say that.
I fucked for no reason.
Right, exactly. That
3
doesn't
days
happen.
ago.
Right.
Does this movie take place over like
A
4
few-
days?
Yeah, it's pretty
About a
quick.
week. It's
about a week. Okay.
But that's another issue.
Yeah, I love that
Yeah,
line.
yeah,
All right, but
yeah.
so yeah, then all these bikers go by, and he's just like, "Come on, guys, this is fucking."
It's
come
the
on."
Satan slaves.
And then
Yeah.
it's them, and he eye fucks the shit out of him and just sits in front of him and makes him like wait. Then he gets to the strip club.
Then he gets to the strip
Yeah.
club,
and the strip club is Andrew Dice Clay just being like, "Why the fuck would you ever marry a woman when you can fuck them? Look at how
And
hot
Richard
women
Grieco
are.
is
Hey, look at this
lamenting.
girl
Yeah.
on stage. She'll
Yeah.
really give you a shot.
a boner."
Right.
But he laments how he wants a wife and a family.
Yeah, he's
Right,
like, "No,
right,
man,
How come I have
fall in
such
love."
bad
oh, I'm
luck.
sorry. I'm such a successful producer, but I really just want to find the
He's a
right
talent
girl.
agent.
Oh,
Or-
yeah, yeah,
right?
talent
He's a
agent.
rich
Yeah.
guy in L.A. in a strip club wondering why he can't find a wife. That's what we're dealing
it's
with.
literally whoever
Oh, he-
wrote the screenplay was probably a
That.
talent agent, and he's just.
How old was he when this movie was?
I don't know. It's after Roxbury, so he's probably at least in his mid 40s.
Because he says the line, "I don't want to be a 40-year-old guy hanging out in a strip club," which he already is.
Yeah.
Because he's over 40 and he's hanging out.
I
in
mean,
a strip club.
he's
if
at least
30
over 40.
If he's 30, it's 39 and 10 months. Like,
Right.
That's what his
Yeah.
age is in real life at that point.
I guess maybe that was freaking.
But no,
out to
Richard
them,
Grieco
but-
has to be older than that in 99.
Maybe. I mean,
Right? He'd have to be like
late
45.
80s, he was playing a teenager. So I mean,
But at what age?
right, right.
You know?
But
It's
anyway,
fine.
it
He,
might
look,
have
he
been
could
late
pass
30s,
for 39, I
Sure.
guess. Yeah.
Sure, he's
it's
not.
fine.
He looks like
he's
Richard
all
Grieco.
fucking
in it.
young, whatever.
But yeah, I don't know what he.
It doesn't matter.
It-
but
but
anyway,
anyway.
that's it. It's like Andrew Dice Clay is like, just worry about tits, and he's like, I want a wife, and that's the whole scene.
Right.
Right. That's everything.
Yeah, he makes him like.
And
Hang,
then
oh no! He goes. He
Well,
like,
then, yeah, and then he sees
yeah,
his incel
Andrew Dice
comes
Clay
out.
Is
Yeah.
Andrew Dice Clay is like just walks off with a woman. He takes a woman off the stage and just goes, "Come with me."
Yeah, he's like, have
And
a
he-
drink, relax.
Yeah, and he tells him to chill out, and then the waitress comes up and asks him for a drink. Oh no! This is when he's watching the girl. That Andrew Dice Clay was like, "You're gonna love this."
Well,
They're
because
like,
he says, I got this
the
new
white
girl. You're
horse
gonna.
lady
Right.
that dances
Oh,
the
right,
white horse.
right. The right horse.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we watched so much of her dancing.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So boring. But yeah, then he walks off with her, right?
well, no.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't
Richard
matter.
Grieco's still
It does not
watching her
matter.
because when the waitress asks him the question the first time, he ignores her.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she like waves her hand in front of his eyes and is like, "Hello,
Right,
do you
right.
want a drink?"
Like, and that scene, like, kind of like it's just you work in a strip club. Like, of course, he's watching the strip. Like, are you surprised?
that he's looking that way. Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah,
Because he leaves.
Just, no.
Andrew Dice Clay
Yes,
gets
okay,
leaves.
yes.
Richard Grieco. Richard Grieco's sitting there like a idiot, and then he sees Stephanie. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
because she's asking him what he
Right.
wants to drink.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Right.
then
The waitress.
He falls immediately in love.
immediately,
It's
oh my
like
God.
insanely right at that moment. There's
He-
no question.
He's just like,
I'm a
I'm a producer.
Right.
Or no,
I'm
I'm an
a
analyst.
casting director.
My
Why
dad
don't
owns
you
a
come in-
dealership,
Why don't
so-
you come in for an audition?
She's like, do you want something to drink or what? And he's like, no, seriously, come audition. You're
Right.
fucking gorgeous.
Right. It's like the lines that she has heard
A billion
times.
She's
in this
also.
strip club.
I
that she
also
works
like
at.
that she is actively like, I'm not an actress. She says
Yeah.
she's not an actress. Like, why the fuck would I audition for anything? I'm not
Never
doing that.
acted before.
Right.
in my life.
Oddly enough, the best,
Best
actor
actress
in the movie.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
much better than
No,
everybody.
and like overall, Angie Everhart is a better actress than she is probably.
Possibly,
but
not
not
in
in
this
this.
movie.
Not in this
Not
movie.
in
She's
this movie,
the
no.
best actress in this movie. Yeah, he's instantly fallen in love with her. He's like mystically taken.
Yeah.
with
And
her,
he just
yeah.
keeps being like, call me.
You don't understand.
Right.
Call
And
me.
then
Are you gonna call me?
And then we cut
Oh my God.
to another nicer bar,
right.
and Stephanie walks in and takes off her coat.
And then Richard
He's like,
Grieco
you
stands.
should really try the chocolate shake.
She's
Right.
like, what?
Like he,
It's like, Christ, dude, leave me alone. And he's just like, no, it's delicious.
we all
here."
were like, wait, is
Is
this? We were
somewhere
at a strip
else?
club, which is something you usually do at like 11, 12 at night,
Right.
and then she went
Well-
to another bar.
I think it was like a situation like Chaps in the Gold Club, where
Yeah,
like
probably.
there's this like a little
Oh,
diner
what
next
was the
door
name
to
of
the strip
diner
club.
called? It
Oh,
was
I
like
don't remember.
Marmalade
Maybe
Cafe,
the
Marmalade Cafe.
Thank you.
And so he's, so he basically does his whole shtick again.
Yeah, he's
Right.
just like, but
You
for
need to
real,
come in to
though,
audition
you
for
got
me.
to. You're amazing.
Yeah,
And he's
she's
wearing her
like-
down now.
She's
'cause
like, I'm
she's
sick. All you is
tired
this where
after
they-
her shift.
No, never mind. This isn't
she
that.
basically says also. I think here's where she says, "I've heard all the lines
Right.
that I'm ever going to hear, but there's something about you I like, so I'll call you."
Right.
And then
She's like,
she
"But
said,
I gotta get
but
outta
this one
here."
annoyed me. She's like, I got to get out of here. It's been like 90 seconds.
Well, no, she goes.
Like, wouldn't you come to
I
this
gotta
act-
run.
No,
Yeah.
she says that her partner's gonna pick her up.
But if she knew that prior to their conversation, why did she? She would have walked in this bar and then had to leave instantly anyway. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It never.
She
mind.
got a
Yeah.
shake though.
She didn't drink it.
She did. She drunk it while
I
she
hope
waited.
so, because she like
Because then now
there's
we
the
get the-
creepiest fucking scene in the movie,
Right.
Yes,
yeah.
where Richard Grieco is just watching her while smoking cigarettes for
and you don't know
A
how far
montage.
away his car is.
a
No. I have no
montage
clue.
amount of time. Like it's just.
She must have been standing there for at least an hour, if not
Oh,
two,
yeah, I would
Right,
assume.
right, and he's just sitting there like chain smoking the whole time and
Just
watching.
while the
shit.
outside of the strip club clears out and closes, and she's
then
standing there. Yeah,
What's his name pulls up?
it's
one
the
of
scene from.
Blackie
It's
pulls
like the
up.
Little Shop of Horror
Blackie.
scene.
Right.
It's-
Blackie, yeah, Blackie pulls up on the bike. Richard Grieco, you can't hear what they're saying, but they're like arguing. He grabs her by the jacket. She like gets on his bike and rides away, and he just keeps smoking.
Right.
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 And God knows where the fuck he was. But now he would have. Shouldn't he have recognized?
He
him
was-
as
he
the
was-
biker?
He was
at the-
murdering his gang.
Well, no. He was running the gang, and like there was a quick scene in between that where like they talk about they need to have a meeting because you could tell that the
there is a scene of the police.
well, not the police, the
Well,
bikers.
The bikers are at the scene of. They're there, but there's police.
There are,
lights.
yeah. There are
Like
some
the police have come and like it's a crime scene now. The
That's
bar.
where we learn-
Tiny. The
That's
head
where we learn all their
biker,
names: Tiny and
yeah,
Frankie and Billy
is
and
on
Wacky and all
to
that.
them, and he goes to Spider and he goes to Blackie, and both of them deny it. And he's like, "All right, we're
I
gonna
love
have
that
a
Zach
meeting."
Galligan's the only one without an E name.
Right.
He's not
Right.
spidery.
He's not cool enough.
Yeah. So that's when they go to her apartment.
Oh my fucking.
No, this is
God.
where it starts.
Blackie takes her to her apartment, where her sister lives with her
this
as a
is-
roommate.
This might be one of those awkward scenes I've ever
it's
seen.
it's
in a movie.
incredibly awkward.
It's insane. You're just like you
Well,
feel weird
One
the
thing
whole time. The movie doesn't address the stuff
I
that
want
is
to
weird
talk
about the scenes.
just like the weirdness of Blackie. Because all his actions, his actual actions are evil, normal, bad guy shit.
Yeah.
But all of his dialogue is sensitive, smoldering gentleman shit.
Yes,
So
this movie was
He's-
made by an incel.
You know, with
Like
that,
Yeah.
Richard Grieco acts like an incel this whole movie. He's just like, No, I don't care that you're beautiful. It's just that you're
It's just actually that you're beautiful.
It is though that you're beautiful.
That's the only reason I
It's
care,
insane.
right.
It's so funny, man.
Yeah.
And like he's just like trying to be the night. Oh no, you can do everything. No, he's
Yeah,
just
right.
that the whole fucking movie. He's nothing. I hate his character so much in this fucking movie.
But
It's crazy.
Blackie is a guy who I think if you just looked at him, you'd be like, okay, that guy kind of looks like a tough dude. But the way he moves his like body and talks,
When he's like, baby, honey,
he just seems like a
Right.
wuss. He
He's
just
just
comes off
yeah,
like a
he's
wuss,
just a
man.
dude.
give
Yeah,
me
just
the
like
coaster, baby.
And his hair is like perfectly poofed.
yeah,
and
he looks
shit
like a guy
that.
that should be modeling for a catalog. You know what I mean? He just doesn't
Right.
like if you didn't talk, he'd be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Mike Tyson's voice versus what Mike Tyson can do.
Yes.
Sure.
You know what I
Sure.
mean? That's what this guy is. Yeah. Just a walking enigma.
And not in a good way.
No. So he sits down to they sit on the couch.
Yeah, he's just chilling after work.
and then we
quote,
meet
unquote.
we meet Jess,
Yes.
which is her sister.
Because like the first thing she has to do is make sure that Jess
Takes her medicine.
takes her medicine. Now, the important
Wait,
thing
she
here.
said a line earlier about she was like, I have to take care of
Of
my
my
sister.
sister.
She said that to like somebody. She was like, I
I
need
think
my
Blackie.
job.
I think Blackie.
Yeah,
right?
maybe when
I-
she was getting
oh,
on the
yes.
bike or something.
Yeah, it
So
had because he's the
something-
only one who would know that she had a sister.
Or no, maybe she said that to
Andrew Dice Clay.
Grieco?
Grieco when he
Maybe.
was like, you
But he
should
wouldn't-
come. She's like, I have to go to work because I'm raising.
care
I
of
have to
my
take care
sister.
of my sister. I remember her saying it before you meet their sister.
How
'cause
old
I
is her
laughed
sister
when she
supposed to
first
be?
said it because I was like, oh dear God, what's gonna be?
They
wrong
don't
with
really.
his
They don't
sister?
really say.
How
I mean,
old is she? How old is
Right.
Stephanie?
She looks like the same age, if not older.
Yeah, right.
It's weird.
Right.
But yeah, she's there. She comes out, and she's just like, "Did you take your medicine?" And she's
No.
like, coyly, kind of like,
No.
not really."
Yeah,
Ain't I a
that's like-
stinker?
The weird
Yeah.
thing is like they have the medicine thing, and like obviously she's taking care of her sister, and she's kind of acting like Simple Jack in that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't mention that the fact that she's not that this isn't a malady.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But she's just an epileptic.
yeah. That
you know,
first
it's
scene
like there's
was
not-
very
she's
ambiguous
not-
as to why she.
there's
needed
nothing
to be
wrong
cared
with
As
for.
far as
her
we knew at this
mentally.
point, it could be like anything. It could
Right.
be, yeah.
Right.
She could be
It was weird.
diabetic or something. We don't know. Like,
She just
yeah.
can't work for some
And she
reason.
can't take
Okay.
care of herself.
Right, right. But that's when he like she sits on the couch with him. She gets the medicine for Jess and then sits on the
Yeah.
couch with Blackie.
Dude, there was seriously a point where I thought, no, go ahead.
But what happens right there? Something bad happens. Like he says something like an
Is
asshole.
that when he sees the card?
No,
No,
that's
he
way
comes
later.
in,
That's way
yeah.
later. I forget what happens right here. Because
She doesn't have. Yeah.
he
He's
says
just
something
kind
like
of
a dick,
douche.
and then she gets up and he's like, "Throw me the clicker, babe."
Right.
So you
He
turn the
says
television
something
on.
rude to his sister.
Yeah, right.
And she gets like offended and goes into her room.
right.
Oh, they're having a conversation. He's doing drugs in the living room.
Oh,
That's
right.
it. And he's
And-
like, how could you do that in front of my sister?
You know I don't like that you do it in front of my sister like that. And they have that conversation.
But once
and
again,
the sister's
what-
like,
what does
I'm
it matter?
Who
right here.
cares? Who cares?
It's
She's
just her-
just the person with epilepsy.
epilepsy. It's not like
Yeah.
she's like a drug addict.
Yeah,
that-
she's not. She doesn't have like the mental capacity of a 4-year-old.
Right.
She's an adult. She's
Right.
seen some shit. She can handle it or not, or like she can tell him that.
Right,
It's
right.
like making her uncomfortable. It's weird. Yeah, they treat her like there's something mentally wrong with her in this first scene.
Right. Right.
But
then the
saying
second
don't do
scene
drugs
they
in front
do-
of somebody, saying it sounds like they're an addict,
Yeah.
and you're tempting them.
Yes. Yeah.
But that's
Like-
not what is happening at all.
Like she's a recovering heroin addict, and like that's why she needs to be taken
Right,
care of.
and
or
she has to take a
something.
pill to like for her body or something. I don't
Sure.
know.
Whatever.
I'm sure heroin addicts have to take something, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Hydration
Heroin.
pills. Yeah, right.
Right.
Methadone.
Later.
Right.
We haven't gotten to that scene.
Anyway,
yet.
that scene ends with them
Oh,
walking
yeah.
out of the room, and he's like, "Throw me the clicker," and he's watching TV smoking. That's it.
Yes.
It ends very
It ends
shittily.
there.
Right.
Right, and then I don't.
Who the editing in this?
It's
is
such.
pretty-
It's so awful. Yeah.
But
It's
then,
not-
like oddly, like quote unquote, like artistic or
yeah,
Oh,
right.
or like edgy. I don't know what that guy thought he was doing at certain editing
there's
points.
so
in this
many
film.
weird fade outs.
Like there was an
It's,
argument where he's like, "No, it needs to be like this."
Is the next
It's
scene
beautiful.
is the next scene the roughing up Sebastian Bach and the other dude? Or is it right to the agency? Doesn't matter. Let's just go. Let's
I
just
think
start.
it's the agency.
Let's start with
'Cause
the agency.
I think it's no. I think it is the agency. We go to the talent agency that Richard Grieco works at.
Okay, yeah.
And
he's
it
like,
shows
"Oh,
us that
the
like
gun
Goodfellas,
that he
Oh,
but it
this
shows it
movie
starts
is-
with that Goodfellas walkthrough
Right.
scene. Like, why do we need to see all of
this
this?
And you
movie
can see maybe
wastes
that's
so
why
much
he
fucking
thanked
time.
Charlie Band because there was a Robot Wars poster on the wall.
There was all Charles Band movie.
Yeah.
posters.
And they special thanked him at the
And
end.
then
They're big
fuck,
fans
the
of
best
Charles
character in
Band.
the movie is Richard Grieco's secretary. He's like, did anyone call? Nobody called.
Right.
They didn't
They
call
didn't
it
call
9,
they
they
called
called
10.
Yeah, she was not having it.
Yeah. So yeah, Stephanie hasn't called him, and he's starting to worry.
Right.
And I think
or
that-
he's just like anxious. He
Right.
wants her to call.
well, she belongs to him. He's her property because he's an incel.
Well, we also skipped the thing where he talks to Andrew Dice Clay about her specifically.
Well,
He's like,
that's-
I'm in love with one of your things.
I
and
think
he's
that
like,
comes
That's
next.
the next scene because he's got dinner
Oh, is
with
it? Oh,
with
okay.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to talk to his best friend
Gotcha.
Right.
Right.
because that scene does
'Cause-
end like that, right? She hasn't called, and then it's
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, you got 5 ladies out here waiting to come in. And he's like,
And he goes back to the strip club again, and we repeat the scene.
Yeah.
Where he's
that's
like,
pretty much it.
I fell in love with Stephanie. I just want someone to marry, and then Andrew Dice Clay's like, "Look at the cans on that." You know, like,
But he's also like, you don't want to
you
fuck
don't wanna
with her.
you don't want to fuck
Yeah,
with her,
yeah,
right?
because
yeah.
she's involved with some
Satan's
shit.
slaves, right?
So don't
He
fuck
doesn't
with
say
that.
He doesn't.
Yeah, but he
well,
knows.
which he should have.
He should
Right? Why
have,
wouldn't
but he
say
didn't.
that? Why wouldn't he say that?
He should have done a lot of things that he didn't do. Like
Right.
shoot them with his shotgun at that other scene, but we'll get to it. He
Yeah.
should have done a lot of. Andrew
All right.
Dice Clay could have like solved a lot of this movie's problems.
Right,
honestly,
right.
It's
If
Bach
he was
time.
willing to do stuff, yeah,
Yeah, no, well, because Blackie's at his apartment,
yeah, he's doing coke.
which I thought it looked similar to Stephanie's
No,
apartment.
her
but-
apartment's lit like
Better.
brighter. That
Yeah.
room was like super orange.
And he's got clothes
have
everywhere.
there was
everywhere.
like bullshit everywhere, and he was like doing coke off the table, and then Sebastian Bach pulls up
and another guy,
in like that was a Firebird,
a Pontiac
Is that
Firebird.
Yeah.
blacked out.
He pulls up
fucking
next to
murdered out. He looked
Blackie's-
awesome.
Next to Blackie's flamed Harley Davidson.
Yes. And then
Right.
they knock on his door. He answers it. Sebastian Bach blasts him in the face.
Right.
They tussle. They get him on the ground.
And at no point do you feel that like he could possibly overpower these two guys.
No.
No, they were
Beating
fucking him
the
up.
shit out of him.
Yes.
No, you feel like they could win totally.
And then Sebastian Bach like whispers a threat to him. It was weird.
Right.
He talked really
Right.
quietly. He was
Yeah.
like, "You think you're gonna fuck with us, or something?" They
Right.
think. Oh, we skipped the thing where he gives her the bag because he gave her
Sure.
the bag
Well, he just
already.
brought the bag. He's like, you got to watch this.
Yeah, there are multiple scenes in this movie that are 30
Seconds.
long,
30 seconds
possibly,
long.
where it's somebody just going like, "Oh, hey, hi, how you doing? Here's the thing, bye," and
Right.
you're like, "Wait a minute, that was
Absolutely,
awkward."
because the scene that ends in the apartment with the sister, it cuts to like the next morning.
Oh yeah, she's
And he's-
outside in a
She's
different
outside
outfit.
waiting for Blackie, and he's like, "You gotta watch this bag." And I remember I was like, "Didn't they sleep in the same house?
Yeah, wouldn't she?
Why
wouldn't
would
he have
they? Why
slept
are they
there with
out
her?
somewhere else instantly? And he's bringing her a bag. Like, why didn't this happen at the? That
She goes,
Yeah.
"What's in
it's
it?"
a fucking mess. It's a mess.
She's like, "What's in it?" He goes, "You cannot look in this bag."
Yeah,
But
just
this
keep
is
it
our
safe.
this is our future. Just keep it safe.
Right.
Baby
that,
Yoda's
that already
inside.
happened.
Right.
So now when
Right, yeah.
Sebastian Bach is like beating him up over the bag, he's like, it's not here. It's safe. And like that we can't kill him because he knows where it is. And he starts like laughing about it.
And then
And-
suddenly he has super strength.
Yeah. And starts fucking them
Yeah,
up.
he berserkers
And
on
he
him.
shoots
That other guy.
The
He shoots
black
the-
hair, the long
the
hair.
black
Right.
guy,
Something-
Satan slave,
Whatever
Blackie too.
He
Right.
shoots him and then he threatens to blow Sebastian Bach's dick off because he looks like a bitch.
But then
is
he's
what
out of
he
bullets.
says.
You look like a bitch.
I do like that though.
No,
I
he
like
says you look like a bitch. I'm gonna make you a bitch. And he
yeah.
tries to
I-
shoot him in the dick, and it doesn't work. 'cause
Sebastian Bach. I don't know.
He's out of bullets.
That was good.
yeah,
It's fun.
Damn, I wasted that line.
right.
Yeah.
So then he runs down to get on his motorcycle. Sebastian Bach runs and gets in his Pontiac Firebird.
There is
and
the worst.
the
chase
worst
scene.
fucking car chase ever. Just
I love that,
boring as hell.
it's like so slow, but he still like is like smashing the car into the walls.
the
of
car
the
is
alley
like
for
out
no
of
reason.
control. He's like, dude, you're driving in a straight
line. You're following.
It's the
him.
same alley like 12 times.
Right.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they, yeah, thank
then,
God. It
and then
ends.
he finally like takes a turn, and there's like a station wagon like super awkwardly
awkwardly
positioned.
there, and Sebastian Bach catches air with his fucking
It
Pontiac.
explodes as soon as he touches
Yeah.
the other car.
It's-
And
Like an
shoots
innocent
through the
person
air.
died in that. Also, by the way,
And also just like the best weird editing. Sebastian Bach screaming, and then the car blows up.
but
more.
it's like 50%
Dude.
opacity over
Yeah.
top of.
It's
And then it
what
cut-
a shot.
And then it's like the shot of Blackie driving away from the explosion, which he had nothing to do with.
Yeah.
With Sebastian Bach like low opacity over top,
Yeah.
and then it hard cuts away as he's screaming. So it's this really odd cacophony
So
of
weird.
edits.
Yeah, man.
It doesn't make any sense.
Ah!
I know we didn't watch it, but I guarantee you it's in the trailer.
Well, the best part about it is the awkwardness of it is that the car is on fire. The shot that all that starts, the car is like fully engulfed in flame, and you watch it kind of slide to a stop, and then it superimposes the car not on fire with
'Cause
Sebastian Bach.
I think
we
they
wouldn't be
may
able to
have-
see his
Yeah,
face.
It's so
He would be
weird.
charred at
Yes,
that point.
He's dead already.
Yeah, right. It exploded. It didn't get
it
caught on fire
No,
and burn
it
him.
blew up.
It-
The car already
Yeah,
blew
yeah,
up.
right.
He was dead. As
He's not in the car going, "Oh no!" it was very awkward.
I loved it.
It was
That was
it was a
that-
moment in time.
That was a great
It was.
moment.
What happens after that?
It all gets blurry.
Sorry,
They drove
guess
away
what
from
happens
us.
after that if you can.
The car blew up. He drove away. The threat has been made. I think this is when
I think we're going back to
I
Richard
think
Grieco.
now,
Richard
well, no,
Grieco.
sort of. Now I think it's the girl on the phone.
Yes. This is
She calls
this
the
is
card.
Stephanie.
Yeah, you're right.
Is looking at Richard Grieco's card like
His
should
name
I,
is Rick
should I?
Hanlon. Was that
Rick
his name?
Hansen.
Hanson.
Sure.
I think.
Rick was the
Yeah,
first one.
Rick.
Yeah.
But she's looking at his card and she says, "All right, maybe I'll call him." She picks up the phone. As soon as she's got it in her hand, I forgot his name already. Blackie. Jesus,
Blackie.
I always called him Spider for some reason.
How
Blackie-
dare you?
Yeah, I know. Blackie
Insult
walks
Zach
in-
Galligan like that.
Dude, I love fucking how stuff escalates in this movie. Blackie walks in and goes, "Oh, who was that?" And she's like, "Nobody, just the wrong number."
And he's
She
like,
couldn't
"Fine."
even been like, "Oh, I was about to dial someone," but she walked
She could
in
have been like,
the truth.
What if
She
she
could have
said
just
that?
said the truth, and this whole scene would not have happened.
She'd be like,
It's
"Oh,
insane.
this guy was interested in me being an actress, so I thought I might give him a call."
Didn't even have to say that.
Yeah.
All he had to be was like, "Oh, I was gonna." Could have been like, "I was about to find out what you were up to." Like anything.
Anything.
Right.
If you didn't
Any
lie about
other
this,
thing.
she's like, "Oh, it's just the wrong number, no big deal." And he's like, "Okay, cool. Let me cut up some lines of coke with the card you were just looking at."
Right.
And
Right,
she's
right.
like, "Fuck." She notices.
She notices that he's using the card.
Dude,
Right.
that's why she was a great actress. Because I feel like a
Right.
bad actress right here, I wouldn't even have noticed that she noticed.
right.
They would not have done as good of a job of her being like, "Oh,
No,
fuck,
she was all in.
he's using the card." And I was like, "Oh, that's actually good." Yeah,
Yeah.
she did a great job.
But then he sees what he's holding.
Yeah, and he sees what he's holding. He's like,
Who the fuck is
"Did you
Rick
call a
Hansen?
man? Was that what you were doing on the phone, talking to a man? Like,
Did you
it's
fuck this
insane.
guy?
You fucked him, huh? Like immediately, like it just goes.
He starts
to 10.
roughing her up.
He
and
did.
then
His sister
Angie
comes out.
Everhart comes out.
And she's like, "Stop doing that!" And he's like, "You shut up, you bitch."
And she starts having
I'm
a
gonna keep
seizure.
choking your sister, and then she seizes out, which causes him to be like, fuck all this, I'm out of here," and like storms away.
Right. Yeah.
So weird.
So now we know she has seizures. And
She's
that's- yeah.
epileptic.
She's epileptic. Okay. Take your medicine. Because
Yeah.
at one point doesn't
That
he
other
say,
scene made it
she
seem
has her
like
medicine,
she was
I
gonna
have
be
mine.
autistic
Right.
or special. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Something
right.
where she needed a
care.
caretaker.
She needed care.
or something. That's so odd.
Yeah, it's very weird.
So what happens next?
Well, then Richard Grieco is
Oh, he's in the restaurant.
waiting for her.
Yeah, he's in a
Right,
restaurant, and the
right.
waiter's like, "Sir,
the guy,
you got to order
the guy's
something. or
about
we're
to kick
gonna
him
throw
out
you
because he
outta
won't
here."
order anything.
Right.
Like, dude, just order some fucking
I
food.
know,
You're
he's
rich.
rich. He could have just
Yeah.
order a bottle of wine. That'll
crazy
shut him the
rich.
fuck up.
Yeah.
Just be like, "Give me your most expensive bottle of wine and leave me the fuck alone."
Right.
Yeah.
And that guy would have been like, "Oh, okay, fine."
Honestly,
Like,
he's
dumb.
so rich, it's kind of stupid how the movie plays out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh,
Like,
sure.
it's so dumb how it plays out.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, she
Well,
shows
he's
up.
He is so fucking useless. It doesn't even.
Oh, he is. He's a complete piece.
He could have.
He's
He could have been
dumbass.
he could have owned a fucking facility full of robot suits they could have worn to fight war with. It wouldn't have mattered because he's a useless
This piece of
character.
shit,
He's an
right.
absolutely useless character.
So she
All
shows
he's
up.
there to do is go. You're so beautiful. You are so beautiful
Right,
and
right.
Yeah,
special.
right.
It's insane.
Right.
He's the savior, but he saves nothing.
But she's not useless because
No, she's completely.
she just
fine
got
on her own.
brutalized, and she still shows up to see the guy that she got brutalized for.
Yeah.
Like she still had the balls to show up to this fucking meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, this date, I guess, is right. Is that what
Yeah.
it is?
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's
But she
set
tells-
up like that, but she thinks she's
So
getting
he,
a
yes,
job.
she. It eventually. I don't remember the banter, but it ends up with her telling her that there's a problem,
Right.
that she's not safe, and she lives with her sister, and they could be in danger. And he's like, "Well, look, you can come and live at my beach house for a couple days."
Right, because she's worried about money and taking
she's
care
worried
of
about
her
money and
sister.
stuff, and he invites her to the beach house. He does not invite her sister.
No. He's
Right.
Which is-
Well, no, I mean, like, because
Okay.
like they go back to the house and they invite her.
Do
But
they?
the
I
sister
don't
doesn't
remember
wanna go
that.
with her.
I don't remember that.
Did they do that?
I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
well, there's
man.
a scene. There is
There's-
definitely a scene where the sister's insistent that she go by herself, and the lead actress is.
Oh, I
Oh,
was
you
just
can
saying
totally
Richard
come with
Grieco didn't like he's like, no, you
I think
can
it's
come
implied,
to the,
you know, like
Well,
because he's the nice guy.
But
so.
it's still
Right.
insane that they're like, oh yeah, there might be a fucking coked up biker murderer,
and he knows exactly where we live.
yeah.
But you just stay here. My
come and
epileptic
looking for
sister,
me.
who I'm taking care of, just stay here.
They waste so
He's-
much time not going to the house.
Oh my
Right.
god. Oh, yeah, that is a
Well,
very
either
good
way,
point.
after this scene, they decide she's gonna go,
Right.
and then I
Yeah.
think it's the next morning, right? Because it cuts.
Or just the next scene, they go and pack her.
they're
shit.
packing her shit.
Is that the next scene?
Yeah, because that's the one Shawn was talking about. Where like she's like, oh my god, he's cute, you know.
But
and,
is
like,
there a biker shit?
And I'll be okay by myself,
Oh, there's
even though it
probably
was
biking
just
shit.
proven a scene ago that like I have these crazy fits and nobody can help me.
Wait, was it an iced tea scene?
Well, let's just put the iced tea scene after this.
Yeah, right, you're
Let's
right,
not-
yeah.
It's
I think
all-
it was. There's an Ice-T and Spider meetup scene.
The railroad tracks, or
Right,
whatever.
railroad
right.
tracks. Yeah.
I forget what the point of that was.
It's because they let you know that Spider owes Ice-T money, so he's got to come through with the coke or the money.
And they don't know where the money is
Yeah,
right
this conversation is pretty useless.
It doesn't
except
do
that
anything.
It makes
Yeah.
Ice-T threaten them a little.
now. Yeah, just
'Cause
but
he's
he's
like,
only
"Now
threatening
you owe me
Spider.
And that's what
100K.
puts the bug in Spider's ear to frame Ice-T,
Right.
so he can get out of paying him the money.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so now Stephanie and Richard Grieco are on their way to the beach house. Where is
Oh,
the
it's
beach
in
house located?
Point Doom.
Doom.
Point Dune.
Dune.
So the name
No,
of
no,
this
it's Dume.
is it?
Yes,
Doom.
it is Point
it still
Doom.
doesn't matter. It's still
But like the whole reason this movie is titled this bullshit is like it's not on screen for more than like 2 seconds.
they're in this house for like a couple scenes, but nothing important happens
Nothing.
here except that they fuck. That's it. And it's
Well,
not
his number one,
important.
his house is fucking immaculately insane. It's
Well, they don't.
huge.
That's
It's a
what-
full-on
hold on.
mansion.
Oh wait, yeah, they have. Oh, sorry, they have they have like that Naked Gun.
They have
montage.
a whole montage on the beach.
Yeah.
And you were like, wait, have they not been to the house
They haven't
yet?
been to the house yet.
And they hadn't.
So they spend the whole day on like having
Oh
beach
my god,
fun.
dude! The way where you were like, did they die? They're showing them
Richard Grieco's
Oh my
pushing her on a not a seesaw,
swing.
swing, like
and then
in
it
slow
fades
motion.
to them disappearing, and the swing is still swinging. It's like in any other movie that would signify they're like
dead.
they're dead, or they disappeared, or the rapture happened. What the fuck is going on?
The editor of this movie's awesome,
Yeah,
man.
he's great.
Or
Anyway,
do you think that was a director?
that's
who
an Art
knows?
Camacho moment.
Yeah,
right there.
that's a Camacho.
But
movie.
it's nightfall. They pull up in his Bond villain car, and then they pull up this giant house, and that's where we're like,
Yeah.
wait, they haven't been to the location yet.
Because
Right,
she
right.
steps in and is like,
and in
what
fact,
the
at no point
fuck?
does she actually unpack or bring in her
No.
luggage.
No.
No, because the bag with the money and coke is in Richard Grieco's
Trunk.
Bond villain trunk.
Right.
Right.
They get in the house. She's like, I've never known anybody who lives somewhere so nice. And he's like, yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. It's a house.
Let's do something else.
Let me show you
Let
the
me show you
master
the rest.
bedroom
Let me
with
show you
no
the rest.
implied.
Well, no. They stay on the first floor. The master bedroom line is once she's like crying on the couch or whatever.
He's like, let me show you the master bedroom. That's where you can sleep. And then they get up there and they kiss, and then she pulls his hand toward him, and then they fuck.
No, not the first night. Do they?
Yes.
Let's just say that they did.
Because
Oh Jesus Christ!
yes,
you're right. Oh,
this
my
is
God,
where
it's
the
so
time
funny.
shit happens.
So this
'Cause the
movie has
next-
a time hiccup. The reality of this movie,
Yeah. Right.
this took place during like an Avengers movie or something where there was some sort of time imbalance.
Time imbalance.
That's why the swing is there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The flash happened.
Because Blackie, it's the scene. The next scene is the scene with
Snap.
Blackie, right? That's where he says the thing about last night, right? Because we're at the night, the night where they fuck, and then it
We
cuts
skipped
to
a scene
It cuts
with-
to a scene at night with Blackie where he says,
Hold on. We skipped a scene of Tiny being like to Spider. It's the biker club, and Tiny's like to Spider. Like I think it might have been somebody. Like
No,
on
that
the
was way
inside.
earlier ago. We've already talked about that scene because that's when they set up the meeting that he has to leave for. Well, the first scene that he's in the girl's apartment.
"Yeah, he's right."
Okay. Sorry.
I'm just trying to think of. The
I know
scene
it's because
where-
it's all vignettes basically.
Yeah.
It's difficult to keep track of time.
What the fuck was that scene where he says that? Because it's
No, you're right. Because
it's the fuck night.
No. Okay, the first thing they have to do, they have sex. Then it shows, they're at the bar looking for. They're at Andrew Dice
At the
Clay's
Andrew Dice
strip
Clay's
club,
bar, right?
looking for her
At
and
night.
At night, and they're like roughing up the women there.
Yeah.
and they're like, "You got to get the fuck out of here." And they're like, "Fuck you, we'll be back." And he's like, "Yeah, I bet you will, whatever." And then they immediately are back with like a whole because we were like, "Wait, is it they just left and
Leave and
came
show right back, right?
They fucking came back with all these people and they start this huge fight. And then this is where I'm saying,
And at
Andrew
no
Dice
point
Clay.
during this fight does he say, "Do you know where my girlfriend is?"
No, it's
No.
not. It's like it's not even about that anymore.
Right.
He's just like, we're
Right.
here to fuck everything up.
Right.
And then Andrew Dice Clay shoots a shotgun and they stop fighting. He should have just blown out their.
But where's the
fucking
last night line?
kneecaps. That happens. That all right. It's part of this. We'll get to that. It's not
Okay.
there yet. He says that later. We're not there yet because
Okay.
they get kicked out of the bar again, and then he's like, "Next time I'm just coming for you."
Right.
To Andrew Dice Clay, and he's like, "Fucking whatever. I'm Andrew Dice Clay. I'm invincible." That's when he finally goes to the sister's house, and we were like,
Right.
"Why did
But
it
you
take
do
him
that
so long?"
before the strip club.
Yeah, the bag's
She's-
there. You should have went and got
the
the
bag and her are
immediately.
theoretically there. You should have been there the whole time.
Yeah,
But
But he
in the
didn't.
time space of the movie, an entire day has happened. You know what I mean? Because
it all seems like it's happening at once. It all seems like
right.
Richard Grieco and Stephanie are like hanging out at the house while he's having like this gang war at the place, and
Right.
then he's like, "Fuck it, let's go to the sister's house," and go, and they break in, and she's like drying her hair, and they like to rough up the house, and
that's when he says, "We roughed up the nightclub
The
last
last
night."
night.
And we were like, wait,
Hold
this
on.
isn't the same night as the nightclub night?
Right. Why wouldn't it be?
Why
Why
would
is
so
this a
they took a
different
whole
day?
day
Yeah,
of
well-
doing nothing?
what was everyone doing for 24
4
hours
hours?
that we're now back here that it was
Yeah.
last night and not
Right.
we just roughed up that place.
Right.
He should have said, "We just left your sister's bar."
But it was last
Yeah,
night. It
because
was, right.
the sister goes, "I don't know, maybe she's
'Cause-
at work," and he goes, "Ha, we fucked that place up
So
last night."
they kidnap Jess at that point, right?
Unless this is happening at like 6
Yeah,
a.m.
they rough her up, and
They-
they have
well,
that
that's the-
awkward scene
That's
where
obviously where we're
Oh my god!
not exactly sure if Zach Galligan had an edited out rape scene with
right because there's just weird grunting.
like you want to hear Zach Galligan grunt off camera.
It's
he-
awkward, man.
He punches her in the back of
well,
the head.
first he slams her face first into a table, and like it's gross. She's like spitting
Yeah,
out
blood.
and he starts.
and then he does something.
He
with
like
his,
punches her, and then
something
You just hear,
happens.
all you hear is weird grunting, and hers
Well,
like
Blackie's
spitting
just
blood.
looking at it. He's just
It's
what is happening right now?
it happened for too long.
so then he said. So
Entirely
then
too
Blackie
long.
says, bring her with us, and that's they have her now.
Now they have this.
And then it cuts to the beach house, and it's
Yes.
daytime. So, but the thing is,
No, it's nighttime.
No,
No,
'cause
it was
they're
night.
waking up.
They were still fucking. Like she's like laying in
Yeah.
bed.
She had a
post-coital.
premonition.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
and goes, I should call my sister.
Right, because then we're like,
And he's
wait,
like,
then it's
really?
been 2 nights. There's a whole day in there of their life that she didn't call her sister.
Yes.
Right.
It's so weird. If he just didn't say
It's an editing mistake.
It has
to be.
It
It has to be.
It makes it seem like
It's probably
maybe they're
super
fucked
boring for us to be describing it, but if you saw the movie, it's
They-
such a mess.
They
of
might have
time.
fucked for 24 hours.
Yeah,
they
they
were just fucking for 24 hours.
24
while
hours of
all this
fucking.
other stuff happened.
I mean, good on Richard Grieco, but
You know,
the
I
both of
guess
them,
he
but,
looks
you know.
like a weird bony man. He's
Yeah, he's
so
all
skinny
and like shiny.
sickly. And when he's wearing the leather jacket he has in this movie, it's like a joke.
Yeah, it is.
It's. I mean, I guess that's 90s shit though.
It is.
It's so too big for him. It looks ridiculous.
He looks like a porn star wearing a jacket.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So she calls her sister, right?
Yeah.
She's
And
gonna
Blackie
call her
picks
sister,
up.
but
Blackie
Blackie
picks up.
and he's like, "Oh,
I want to meet
surprise,
that new
surprise!"
man of yours. And
I hear, yeah, where you're like, I guess the sister said that. Like they don't show her say that.
Right.
They don't show her say anything. She just got possibly raped in the living room. We have no idea.
No
what
idea. And he's like, if you want to see your sister alive, you'll give me the bag.
right.
And at this
Meet me
point,
at the strip
you
club.
really have to ask yourself, okay, Richard Grieco has no clue about the bag. Stephanie doesn't really know. She doesn't know what's in it and doesn't want it.
Doesn't realize
So-
it's on her.
Right. Well,
Well, I also
Like because when he
she
says,
would
"Give me
totally
the
give
bag,"
up the bag.
Right.
she
Right.
doesn't go, "What
She doesn't care.
bag?
Yeah.
What
doesn't care.
fucking bag are you talking
Yeah,
about?"
right.
and also let's mention that like Blackie's like, all right, you're gonna meet me at the strip club alone.
Yeah, he
whatever.
goes, I want you to go to your job and then I'll
Right.
and then call,
Right.
I'll call
Now-
you there or something.
There's the other scene where where they find out what's in the bag, right? And they decide to go back home to the
Yes,
strip
they
club.
find it in the trunk
But-
and they open it.
Immediately after telling the girl to go to the strip club, Blackie takes off to go to his fucking swamp house
Yeah, this weird
in
secluded
California
swamp. Like, dude, it's so
With
run
Spider.
down.
with Spider.
It's Stephanie Spider and Blackie.
But when he throws her down on the thing, like everything's got like a layer of dust on it. When have they ever been here? What do they do here?
It might as well be Dagobah. Like it
Right.
looks like fuck. It's like what is going on?
It's another world.
Yeah,
compared to
right.
where everywhere else we've been in the movie so far. It's weird.
But did he tell her that's where they were going to be?
Yeah,
I don't remember
He
that.
said
No.
that they had. No, they did. He said they had to meet at the
The
club,
swamp house.
at the club.
So
no,
he
no,
goes.
no, he didn't tell anybody where the swamp house was.
No, he never
No,
tells
which
anybody.
makes it all
that's
this.
the
the
thing. Is like,
stupider.
why are they at the swamp?
Why even
house?
go there?
Like we're
Right.
dealing with someone.
you could be
who-
anywhere.
Blackie
She's the
wants
one
the
you're trying to
bag.
find.
And it's not
Stephanie
like-
doesn't care about the bag, and she wants her sister back. All these people do is have to make an exchange that is completely mutual.
He could have just stayed in her apartment.
Right.
Right. It's
He could
insane.
literally be in. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Any
for them to have
sense.
Gone all the way.
It's like they
They
took
just-
her there just
they
so they could
just had-
brutalize Jets.
yeah.
Well, and also like they're just like, oh, it's a location, so we got to use this
Right.
location.
It looks like something different.
because they don't even have like any real.
Or
Nothing
do you
happens.
think-
at
also,
that
were they
house.
trying to
we
avoid,
glossed
like-
over Ice-T being murdered, but
Yeah, we'll get. We'll
Well,
do that.
we'll do
soon.
that.
no.
We'll do that next. We'll do that next. We'll do that
Fuck.
next.
Yeah, I guess that
It
would've
doesn't
had to
matter
have
when that
happened
happens,
already.
so-
it doesn't.
Right.
What a
At
goddamn
all.
dumb
So
scene.
they had told Tiny.
Although as you were like, this is my favorite shot of the whole movie in that scene.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's so terrible.
So Spider told Tiny that he was the one that stole the shit because he didn't want to pay
right.
Ice-T. So they go and they're at a paper manufacturing plant.
Something like that. Yeah.
There's this weird long shot of a paper hauler like coming slowly towards the camera that lasts way too long
so long.
and means
And
nothing.
then Ice-T
And, like,
parks
Ice-T
his car, and then
gets
Ice-T
right out and
gets
starts
out,
signing shit. It's great.
But that's the first shot of that paper hauler. Like no humans in it. We can just see paper coming towards
Right.
the camera for like
It's
30
so long.
seconds.
It's awesome. It's great.
They're padding that runtime.
So
It had to be.
the biker gang comes out and like all the paper workers have guns. They start this
yeah.
crazy shootout.
That-
Some of the bikers get killed.
You can't tell who's shooting at what because it's
No.
all just coverage. There's no like wide shot or anything,
and like
or
event-
over the shoulder. Nothing.
Do you, what I
eventu-
love?
Oh, go on.
No, you go ahead.
All right, I was just
Because
gonna
mine
say.
is like what happens right after the gunfight.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ice-T eventually runs out of bullets and decides this is a great time to run out in the
And
middle
get-
of everything.
Expose my chest and face.
and he
be
just
killed.
gets shot up and killed.
And he has
so-
that no faint pain threshold. I thought he was gonna like run through the bullets and like attack him and fight him. Or
something
Like,
He
just
in
dies
the
like a punk.
Yeah, he just stands up and gets shot a whole bunch.
Right.
How dare you?
They
But
set up
Ice-T
an
died like
interesting
that.
character and did nothing interesting with it.
Yeah.
I like how 4 bikers killed like an entire factory. Of people.
Factory, a paper factory.
with guns. Like
Right.
It's just
Crazy.
so funny seeing the dudes with hard hats.
But
like,
so they
shit.
murder
Yeah.
all those guys, and then he reaches into the car that's behind him. Like Ice-T
Right.
walked away. What he saw in Ice-T's car, he thought was
The bag.
It was behind him. Ice-T walked away from it. He didn't have to start a gunfight.
I know.
He could have reached in the fucking car and grabbed that bag. At
Which
any
wasn't the
moment.
bag anyway.
Which
so it
wasn't,
doesn't matter.
and then he wouldn't have had to have murdered
all
Right.
these people.
like 15 people in broad daylight at their job.
Well, it was
like,
a front.
I
It was a
understand,
front.
but it just like
They all did grab guns really
you
quick.
can't just walk
Yeah.
away from that and be like, yeah, we'll never get caught for
Right.
that.
Right.
They touched the car. They murdered all these people. It looks
Yeah.
like a legitimate business, obviously, because he set it up that way. Like,
Well, a front has
it's
to
not
work.
like they went into
A
a
front-
crack den or like a
have to
meth
actually-
house and shot everybody.
That-
and you're like,
it's an
yeah,
actual
we can
paper
walk
factory.
away.
Right.
To be a front, you have to actually do something.
Those guys had 401ks
Yeah.
probably.
Pick that
At
up.
least a W-2
Okay.
was filed, all
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah,
That's
you're
all
right.
I'm saying. Like, they walk away from it like they had a gunfight in a warehouse
No.
in, like, a district that's been derelict for months. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Right.
but it's not. He was signing paperwork to just some office lady who had to go,
Yeah,
was
yeah.
going to call somebody to, like,
Order some
schedule
more
a
paper.
bunch of reams of paper to show
Right,
up.
right.
Like, it's
You're right.
insane to me.
Yeah.
The movie just treats everything so loosely.
Right.
It's just bananas. I love it.
Okay, so there's
Sorry.
that doesn't matter anymore.
No, we gotta get more into the minutia of this paper business. Not good.
No, it doesn't. It's like so. It's
No,
so.
it just-
Right.
Ice-T
Gone.
dies and it's like fucking over. It doesn't
Who
matter.
cares?
Where are we now? We're at the
We're at the
Swamp?
the swamp house,
swamp house?
where Jess gets away. And
yeah.
they chase
right.
after her because, like, basically
show-
Blackie wants information from her. She's not giving up any information.
She doesn't have any,
She
except for
she doesn't
the.
really have
she
any.
knows
She's with Richard Grieco, but
I
she
don't
doesn't know
she
anything.
even knows the name of the place, but she met
No.
Richard Grieco
Right.
and she probably knows his name.
She
She
knows that
also
she knows that his
because he read
girlfriend's
it earlier.
fucking someone else. That's pretty much what she knows.
They hadn't
Right.
had sex yet, though.
But she just assumes that her sister's.
Yeah.
gonna
But
fuck
Blackie
him.
She knows her
insinuates-
sister's a
Yeah.
skank.
If her sister's dating Blackie, she's gonna fuck Richard Grieco.
Right.
She likes him too. She told his sister, "I like this
Yeah,
guy."
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I mean,
okay.
like that's.
Right. Right.
I wasn't trying to say like she's a slut. I'm just saying like she told her sister that she's interested in Richard Grieco. So
This is exhausting.
it is. It's a
Man,
mess.
speak.
Go ahead.
She basically Blackie insinuates that Spider's gonna rape her, so
Yeah.
she escapes.
Which
And
is
I'll let
confusing
him.
because we're all like, didn't
But-
he already rape
Right.
her?
like
Don't-
twice at that point because there's like another
Yeah.
quick scene where like they kind of
Also, just
at it.
how awful to make a Zach Galligan a rapist in a
Right.
movie. Don't
Right. It's already bad enough that like
A
he's
Nazi
like
rapist.
rough.
a Nazi rapist. Like,
The roughing up scene was pretty.
yeah,
tough.
it's rough. Yeah.
But she's running. They have a quick run through the woods scene. Zach Galligan is completely useless and can't catch up to her.
Right,
so
right.
Blackie takes his dirt bike and cuts her off.
Right.
But it
Take her
takes
back.
a long time.
Oh.
It takes too long.
Way
They take her
too long.
back to the swamp palace and shoot her up through full of.
Oh yeah, something.
Something.
Sodium pentothal. I don't
Sure.
know.
Something that fucks her up, and then they just.
She doesn't
another
have a seizure,
Far too
though.
long shot.
Right,
No,
she
never,
doesn't have a seizure.
The
never has
seizure
another
thing never
seizure
comes
again.
back.
She has one seizure. They just laugh
I
at her
was
and blow smoke
hoping
in her face.
For a Roger Rabbit scene where, you know, like you give Roger alcohol and he gets
Right.
out of the bind because he goes nuts. like, don't give her that. And then she, no! and she like takes him
Sounds
out.
like a Jackie Chan esque.
Yeah, she just starts going nuts and takes both of them out. Right.
And stuff. That'd be funny.
And she jumps through the wall, leaves him like a, you know, the mark of her
Human
body,
shape.
yeah, human shape and everything. Yeah, but
So-
that's not what happens.
And we could pretty much just synopsis up the rest of what happens in this flick too. And basically,
Well, there's a scene, but I think before she escapes is the scene where Richard Grieco and her get back to the thing, because she escapes when when Blackie's like, I'm gonna call the club, just keep an eye on her and don't touch her.
Right.
And then because before then Richard Grieco they've gotten to the bar and Andrew Dice Clay's like, I'm not fighting
Don't
drug
fuck with
running
these guys.
bikers.
Yeah.
Y'all
Call the
are
cops.
dumb. Call the police.
Right.
And like you said, Matt, there's no reason they can't.
yeah, no,
Right.
there's
They're
absolutely
not
no
wanted
reason.
by the wall. They've done nothing wrong.
Yeah, I said like usually in this type of movie, everyone has a reason.
It would be
that the
like True
cops shouldn't be
Romance. Like it's not
involved.
True Romance where the two of them
Yeah.
have a thing of money and they're also criminals.
The only thing,
Yeah,
the
it's not
only
that.
reason she doesn't want to call the cops is he thinks that they'll kill the sister before they go down.
Oh, does she go to talk to Tiny before they go to the club too?
There's a quick
is that
scene
when she-
where
There's a quick
sneaks
scene
off.
where she shows up
Oh,
at the
no.
pool hall.
She sneaks after Blackie calls and tells her where to meet. She tells Richard Grieco that shit, but then she goes, I gotta go like freshen or go to the bathroom or something, and she sneaks away and takes the bag with
Right.
the shit in it. And when she's out, that's when the chase scene happens, and then it shows her going to meet with Tiny.
right,
And she shows him that she has the coke.
which
And he
then
grabs
he
her-
starts roughing her up.
Yeah, he grabs her by the throat and goes, "You got 2 minutes to tell me."
Even
where
though
you
she's
got
like
this from."
basically
That's what I
being on
came
his
here
side.
to do.
Which, you
yeah,
fucking
it's exactly
idiot.
what she was trying to do. But also, what the fuck did she do in that scene? Because
Well,
the rest of the
if you
movie
were
doesn't make
smart,
any
you would
sense.
assume that she's like, look, I got some problems. Here's your shit.
I know.
Go take care of the two people who betrayed you.
He's supposed to meet me here at
Done.
3 a.m.
Why
They're
the fuck,
ones who
you know,
do
like,
it.
and can you bring me my sister back? Like, that's all I want. You know,
Yeah,
just like
don't kill my sister.
don't kill my
please.
sister. But that's
Or
not
rape her. I know you're
at
Nazi
all.
racist, like biker gang with
Right.
SS symbols and Confederate
Right.
flags everywhere. But please don't rape or murder my
Right,
sister.
right. Please, thank you.
I don't know. Maybe that's
please
why
and
they
thank
didn't
you.
do
Yeah.
that. Maybe
So then,
But it just doesn't make sense that she did that before the meeting, and they weren't really a part of it.
they weren't.
Right.
It's
Like,
not.
they
It was
didn't-
like to set up an end tag.
Yeah.
Super
That's
dumb.
so fucking stupid. Anyway, so Richard Grieco's like, I'm going.
Right,
I'm
It's
doing
like,
this.
we're gonna.
You're coming with me, but you know what? You should take a nap first.
right.
You take
I
a
don't
nap
get
first.
that at
And
all.
Richard
Well, he
Grieco
goes
gets his
back
rich
to
guy's
her-
gun.
He goes back to like her house or something. Or
Well,
his
yeah,
house.
his house. I was,
And
just-
she goes there for what reason?
I don't know.
After Tiny, she goes back to his house. I guess that's where the bag is.
yeah.
No, she would have brought the bag to the
I don't
place.
know. I have
Yeah.
no clue.
I do
It
not
doesn't make any
understand
sense that she didn't just bring the bag to Tiny in the first place. And
Yeah,
just,
or
like,
that-
you guys figure
Here.
it the
Or
fuck out.
Blackie
I don't,
was
I don't
like,
want
"Oh."
this. It's all you guys. They betrayed you. Help me.
Why wasn't
Help
Blackie
me.
like going
Right.
to the place he knows where she and the
Right.
shit is and knows
Right.
where it is?
I don't know.
Just meet me. Go, I'm gonna. Oh, you're there. I'll be at the fucking playpen in an hour. Because
Right.
I
I don't
stupidly drove to the swamp out of L.A. for some reason,
Yeah.
and now I gotta now I gotta be on the 702. Bitch, it's gonna take me.
4 hours at
Right,
least.
right. Okay, so that's okay. Now we're at back because they're at. Richard Grieco takes his gun out at his beach house.
Yes,
Right.
And she's like, "You think we're gonna need that?" He's like, "They're not coming unarmed."
yeah.
And he's
And
like,
also, it's fucking ridiculous that she doesn't think that they'll need that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like,
like,
she
who do
knows
you think
who
Blackie
she's.
is, man?
He's kidnapped your
He's
sister,
part of a fucking racist
and you
gang.
know that he's killed. Yeah, he's killed his own gang members.
right.
Eh,
Also,
eh.
Richard Grieco does in this scene say
Yeah,
he's
he's already-
killed 5 gang members, and we're all not sure
Well, he says
how
6.
he has that
Well,
information.
I don't
My
know. He says 6, and I
insinuation,
think
what I took from that scene is that she did talk with Tiny, and he did tell her.
He said how many were dead. Okay.
Right.
All right, that's fine.
There's a-
Okay,
there-
so
there-
he says
because I guess she knew he got ripped off. Not that all those people.
Right.
got
There are a
killed
lot
or
of
anything.
conversations that would actually deliver information that they don't have in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
They should have showed her talk to Tiny because I don't. I just.
it doesn't
Well,
matter.
yeah,
It
whatever.
doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, Richard Grieco says, "Go take a nap before we leave for the whole thing." And
I'll
then she
set an
takes a
alarm.
nap.
Don't worry about
I'll set an alarm. He doesn't set an alarm. He gets in a car with Andrew Dice Clay, and they go
Right.
off to the meetup.
Yep.
Letting her sleep. Right.
The meetup is an empty car, and the
At
sister,
the beach, at a beach near Point Dune,
Let's
somewhere.
just, let's just say it's Point Dude.
It's got to
Point
be.
Dune. It's got to
fairly
be. Also,
close.
the title of this fucking movie makes no sense. So they get out of the car. They're both standing oddly close to each other, and they see Jess on the ground, like in the
Right,
sand.
just like tied up,
Just
writhing
flailing
in the middle of the beach. just flailing around.
And he's like, I gotta go over there, which is so weird. It's like, dude, you're standing out in the open. If they were gonna do something,
they could have sniped you from
Right.
anywhere.
right there,
You're just
right.
standing there.
What he goes over to Jess. Somebody knocks Andrew
The
Dice
spider.
Spider does.
with
Crowbar.
a crowbar, which should kill someone.
I
Whatever.
would imagine.
Yeah.
Most
So he
likely.
knocks him out, and then that's when
Not if Zach Galligan hits you with a crowbar.
Oh well, that's
this is
true. It
Zach
was Zach.
fucking Galligan, dude.
No, he's a nice guy. He's
A
a
crowbar
good
hit
kid.
from Zach Galligan is like a hug.
Yeah.
He's secretly like a brick shit house. He's like, he's made of steel.
He's got a good jawline. I'll
does.
give him
He
that.
does.
That Blackie, Blackie like comes up behind him with the gun, and he's like, "Oh, you know, so you're Mr. Special or whatever,
Right.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
Stephanie's knight. in
You're
shining
Stephanie's
armor.
knight in shining armor," and then
He's like, all right, here's your bag. I brought your stuff. And he goes, you think you're going to fuck my woman
wife
and
and
just
give-
give me this and
right.
like walk away and it's cool? And he's like, what do you mean? It's cool. Here's what you, this is what you
Meanwhile,
wanted.
at the beach house, Stephanie wakes up.
Oh, yeah, she
God
is the
damn
dream.
it!
She is the dream of Spider.
Breaking
Because
it,
we,
all right.
yeah,
right, I
Spider
forgot
and,
about
and,
that.
and Blackie coming in and murdering her in her sleep. Because we were all
Right.
just like, why would they know where they live? But it was a
Right.
dream. And she wakes up and she's like, oh shit, I'm late. And she steals, Richard
Bond
Grieco's cool Bond car and races over there
Races over there,
with a gun, right?
right?
Yeah.
Because midway between,
Where did
because
she get a gun?
No.
No.
That she does not
Okay,
race with
yeah,
a gun.
yeah, she
Basically,
does-
what
she doesn't.
happens is when he knocks out Richard Grieco.
the gun
Oh
falls.
no, when he knocks out Andrew Dice Clay, because Richard Grieco gave the gun to Andrew Dice Clay.
Oh, that's
Because
right.
he's an honorable gentleman, and they said no guns.
Spider did not take the gun.
Right.
So she shows up, gets the gun from Andrew Dice Clay's,
Unconscious
body.
Or dead. at
and then
this point.
basically, you know, she holds them up. She
Right.
says, you know, let them go.
I think he's
no.
already shot Spider. at
Yes,
this
he
point.
shoots Spider
He shoots
because
Spider
he's
dead.
like Spider's like, dude, we got the drugs. I don't give a fuck
About this. Yeah.
Let's get out of here. And he shoots Spider.
Right,
Right.
like a bitch.
Right. But then he how does he get the gun away from her again? I forget.
Well, she cries. She can't
cries.
do it
She
at
can't
first.
kill
She
him,
can't do
so
it. He
she
takes
just
it
knocks
out of her
And
him.
he's like,
hand.
baby, I love you.
Then he starts beating the shit out of Grieco.
Oh, he fucks them all up.
Like really a lot of punches to the face.
Yes.
Like,
Right.
yeah,
Many,
yeah.
many,
This will come
many.
into play later.
Yeah, it will, yeah. And then as he's doing that, we think at this
he
moment
picks up the crowbar.
he picks up the crowbar. He's ready to kill Richard Grieco,
Yeah.
and I thought at this moment,
Tiny should have.
this is the
showed up.
moment Tiny shows up and
Steve
deals with all
Buscemi
of this.
moment.
And you hear a gunshot. He falls.
But it's
Blackie
Stephanie.
falls over. Steph shot him. He's supposedly dead.
Right.
Dude, but you could tell it was in the
It's
shoulder.
stuck in the shoulder
Right.
or something.
Well, that was the whole thing. It's like, why is he still down? Because he got shot in the shoulder.
right.
And he's on a lot of cocaine. He's been
Right.
doing cocaine the whole movie.
Right. Right.
So the three of them go up. They get Andrew Dice Clay up. They get in. Not. I love that she brought his nice car there. And it's not anywhere to be found.
Yeah,
Right.
they Andrew Dice Clay, they can't take his car.
and they
'cause
also
Spider
leave
took
the
his
bag.
keys.
Spider
They
took his
leave
keys.
the bag on the
Oh,
beach.
yeah, they
with
leave
They
the
leave
bag
the
of
money
money
on
and the
the
coke on
beach.
the beach.
All the fucking money.
Like,
That-
no
but-
matter what, she had a conversation with Tiny.
About that,
About
she
that
has the
bag.
rest of it,
Right.
which he
Like they're gonna
wants
be in
back.
trouble if they don't
Like
have it.
they're
Yes.
really risking a lot on the play that they make.
Yeah.
Oh, they also have that cool scene of not cool. I mean, it's awful.
It's not cool. Yeah.
Of just bad, weird editing of Tiny like teleporting around the bar,
Oh yeah.
and we were like,
yeah.
"What is he
Thinking-
contemplating?
thinking? Yeah.
About what?"
We don't know who he is as a character. Why do we care about him thinking?
He's just thinking about racist shit.
Yeah. Nazis, Nazis, Nazis.
Yeah,
like,
I still hate everybody who's not white.
Yeah.
So, all right, I will
So,
go get my money back.
They all get so the four of them get into the I guess Blackie's car.
Yeah, I think it's
Blackie or
Who or
Spider,
Spider's
somebody.
car. It was like a sedan.
It's like
Right.
their aunt's car.
It's a sedan. It's Blackie's.
It's
car.
Blackie's car. So they're starting to drive
Wow.
away, and then Blackie does a Die Hard and like jumps onto the hood.
Oh yeah,
Right,
dude, I hate this scene because
because it makes Richard Grieco's driving.
Richard Grieco's driving, so
Yeah.
now he gets to be the hero, and
Right,
it's so
right.
undeserved.
Yeah, it
And,
is.
and it's horseshit. She already shot him. Like she did everything on her own.
He like does a fast stop and brake, so he falls off, and then it's
hits
like
him, and then
then
zooms in.
Blackie
Now what?
points
Oh,
a
he pulls a gun.
gun, and then Richard Grieco slams on the gas and basically runs him over.
And then he gets out of the car and he stands over him and he looks at him and makes sure he's
Mission
dead.
accomplished.
It's
I've
like,
won
dude,
my woman.
Fuck
Right.
off.
Yeah, it sucks.
Ugh.
But anyway.
But then it fades out to the next morning at the
Right.
same spot.
So,
Yes.
and between that time, this is not a private beach or anything like
It's
that.
a public beach.
Nobody's
showed up to
nobody's
surf with-
fucked with the bodies or the bag. Tiny comes into play.
Well,
There's-
Richard
there-
Grieco's drug himself from the car park back to the bag on the beach.
You
at
mean
this
not Richard
point.
Grieco?
I'm sorry, not
Blackie.
Richard Blackie. He has like drug his body over there, and he's all fucked up. And then Tiny pulls
shows
up, on a
up.
motorcycle, and he's like, "I wouldn't have believed it. I didn't see it with my
In
own
any other
eyes."
movie, this would have just been Tiny wasting him, and that's it. That's the end of the movie.
Yeah, and
But
it should have been.
It should have been,
Well,
but
what I kind of like
It also
about
should have happened 6 hours
Hours
ago when
ago.
the sun wasn't in the
Right,
sky.
right.
what I kind of like about that scene though is okay. So basically, what happens is like shoot me, don't shoot me. I don't give a fuck at this point.
And they both
Yeah.
shoot
they
each
shoot
other
each
dead.
other. So like it's kind of that's a happy ending because like I
No
don't-
more
I don't want
racist
to see
gang.
Tiny live.
Yeah,
and be the hero.
Tiny
Well, they're both like racist Nazi bikers.
Right.
Yeah.
Now they're
Yeah.
both dead on the beach with
Good.
a bag of coke and lots of money. So
Right.
some surfer had a really good day.
Some
Yeah.
kid's gonna have a great beach
Right.
day. Yeah.
but a bunch of less racist. So I guess you're right. It is still
Right.
It's
good
still
ending.
a good ending. Yeah. Tiny's
just
not the savior we
weird.
want.
I just like
Right.
Blackie didn't deserve, like, you know what I mean. Like he didn't. It's weird. He
Yeah.
didn't deserve to also get to kill the boss.
No.
Right.
You know what I
No.
mean? Like
It just would have made so much more sense for her
he needed to be
have
stripped of all
no.
his
given
power.
them the bag, or given what was in the bag and done
The
all the rest of
virtuous
the business
ending-
and killed him.
The virtuous
Yeah.
ending would have been like Tiny shows up, kills Blackie, picks up the bag, and then he gets shot in the head, and there's a bunch of cops right there, and they're like, "We got him! Yay, evidence!" And then at the end of the, you know what I
Michael
mean?
McKean
like,
walks down. And goes,
yeah, I'm gonna
fuck
go
my
home and
wife."
have sex with my wife. Right? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the ending. Yeah, right. Because then
Right.
it fades out again, and then we're go to the beach, the other part of the happy part of the beach, where the four
Oh,
heroes.
And Andrew Dice Clay takes ownership over.
Oh, Jess, yeah. he
Hey,
just
you
goes,
like eggs? Let's go
Yeah,
fuck
I'm gonna
with
fry
eggs.
Yeah,
some
I'll
bread
make you a
and some
fucking
eggs.
omelet.
Yeah.
Well, I liked when that shot started with Richard Grieco with his arm around both of them, and I was like, "Well, I guess he's just dating both of them now." Then,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
suppose. But then, Andrew Dice Clay's like, "Oh yeah, all
And,
right."
and Richard Grieco
I'll take
has
the
no,
epileptic one.
yeah, I can take
Hey,
care. I'll have her come to my nightclub with strobe lights and all that shit.
hey, honey, you like the wiggle? Yeah, hey, like I have some shitty Andrew Dice Clay thing.
Oh, that's fucking terrible. It's awesome.
Some super misogynist shit for him
That
to
would have
say.
been a great ADR line to come from off screen of them walking away. Oh, you like the
The
wiggle,
wiggle.
bitch.
I heard you like the wiggle.
Oh,
He grabs her medicine and throws it in the ocean.
yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, the sequel to this is just about him and her
Then
dating.
it cuts to the marquee of the strip club. Epileptic Sally or some Jesse. Right. It's like
like Sally Jesse Raphael.
Raphael, right.
I mean, they always got to have a gimmick. You know?
Right.
She gets paid for
Gotta
her
have a
illness.
gimmick.
Like, what a weird fucking ending that would be. But then it ends on Richard Grieco and Steph.
And he has no evidence of having his face.
His
punched
face is
in.
Yeah,
clean.
he should look like a potato. He got his ass whipped. That guy's like twice the size of him, dude. I mean, that guy was big. He
Yeah,
was
Richard
not
Grieco's
fucking
all
around.
nice and like ready to
He is a tiny little man.
yeah, he's a tiny little man head. He's all crispy and creamy. He looks nice.
But it basically ends on a perfect, they're kissing in front of the waves and
Yeah, it
much
has the
more-
Fletch ending where they're
Right,
just on
right.
the beach and it's perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's it.
that is point.
That's
Doom.
that's Point Doom.
Fucking wild, man.
Yeah.
Would you guys recommend people watch it?
Yeah,
I mean, I
it's
found
crazy.
it entertaining.
I think it's
yeah.
entertaining.
It has enough
Yeah.
points that make you laugh really hard.
Yeah, yeah.
Just of the absurdity.
If
of
you
it.
don't have to like do what we're doing, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
casting kind of helps with that too.
Oh, yeah.
Just like
The cast is wild.
the weird shit, the weird
Yeah.
casting choices like Sebastian Bach and
Zach
Galligan.
Galligan, yeah.
And Zach Galligan is in most of the movie, so
Right.
it's just weird tough guy shit that he does throughout the.
I don't think
entire
it'd
movie.
be hard to find him play this kind of part again.
Yeah,
If there's,
Yeah.
I don't think
I
there's
mean,
many movies.
he did a lot of
bit parts and stuff.
yeah.
Maybe
Well,
on
not
TV.
even bit parts, but I mean,
Yeah.
he was in a lot of direct-to-video stuff in the 90s.
Okay, maybe.
So.
But yeah, the cast is awesome. If you don't have to like pay attention to it,
Oh, yeah, it's
Right.
super
you can have
great.
fun with it. I would say the editing is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
By that
Yeah,
I say it's dog shit terrible. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
What was that scene that I was like, if you cut that out, that'd be wild. It's just of Zach Galligan, and he says something super crazy. He pulls out that like '90s phone, and he's just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's so
And
good.
he's
He
just
says
like-
some line
He
that's
says something
really
like,
funny.
"Me and Blackie are gonna go meet Wally Biggie," and you're just like, "What the fuck is going on?"
That seems like it's a YouTube clip.
Yeah.
Like Zach Galligan calls his friends. You know, that would just be that clip. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
There's
good.
a lot of moments in this that are very funny.
Yeah, watch
and
it.
worth watching, and it's
And it's
on Prime.
available on Blu-ray, Shawn.
Blu-ray from Dark Force Entertainment.
Yeah.
So you can also watch it
Is
with
there
the highest bit rate
what is it-
possible.
Are there features at all?
Yeah, well, it's got like a ton of EPK stuff from the 90s, from the actual shoot. So it's like you hear all the actors like talking up how much they're enjoying making the movie.
Oh my god,
It's pretty great.
that's
Alright.
incredible.
The Art Camacho fucking
Yeah,
commentary
yeah.
track.
I hope Art
might-
Camacho looks nuts.
I
Like I want him to be like John
looked
Milius,
him up,
but he looks like he doesn't look that.
Yeah, he looks like.
I want him to be
he
like.
looks like a bald Cheech Marin.
Oh, okay. I just want a guy named Art Camacho to be Bill
Or I guess
Brasky.
like a broke ass. Like I don't know, actually a slightly sexy Juan Guzman.
That's Art Camacho.
That's Art Camacho.
I was expecting a bald fat guy wearing like aviator glasses.
I thought
He's
was
kind of
bald
attractive.
for some reason. No, yeah, he's
He's a
like
nice-looking
Bobo,
guy.
Eric Estrada.
Yeah, he's like Eric Estrada.
Yeah, there's no commentary, but it's interviews with cast and producers.
Have you watched that stuff yet?
I've watched some of it. It's as weird as you think.
All right, well,
There
That's
you go.
been it.
Point Doom.
Point Doom, watch it. It's great.
Let's watch it. It's on Amazon Prime.
You're
All right.
welcome.
Thanks, Shawn, as always.
Of course.
All right. Bye.
You've just listened to Bonus Disc, available only on Thundergrunt. Questions, complaints, and movie suggestions can be posted to facebook.com/bonusdisc. Opinions and criticisms of the hosts of Bonus Disc are 100% valid, even though they took the time to watch the movies you were too ignorant to appreciate.